You know, I'm gonna say the most legal thing that actually I can't get arrested for.
That's fantastic. I just started recording. Say the most legal thing you can possibly say.
So if you invest in silver coins that are made in the United States of America with an American eagle, let's say if you get paid $1,000.
Yo, he started off with the most boring thing.
No. Hold on.
I might have to cut
Why'd you
this.
say this for my episode?
Good, nigga,
Like,
fine. But if you spend that money on that silver coin, it's non-taxable. You can put that money just into a silver account and use a credit card or a card affiliated.
This nigga was whining all before the podcast, and then as soon as I turn it on, he says the most boring thing possible.
I told you I was gonna say the most legal
Prejudice, I
thing.
love you, but your fun facts make my dick soft.
I don't want to make your dick hard.
I was happy, and then you spoke, and my happy went limp.
What did he say?
Next to me,
I
I'm
got
very
some-
uncomfortable.
Yo, I got some new toys this week. Hold on. Gotta do one time for the. Hey, hold on. One time for the.
Nigga said you made my dick soft. I don't want to.
I said you made my happy soft.
What did he say?
What is it? What is this man supposed to say?
No, this is how we feel when you say stuff like that.
That's a fact.
But I don't be saying, you just made me go soft.
Yes, you do,
You had
What? Nigga,
you had
wait.
8 rings of nigga game.
bro. We
That's
got.
because you take everything gay. I've said those same jokes around
Bro, you said.
older people, and none of them like, nah, that's not gay. That's just a normalized joke, bro.
Who said
I
that?
know that.
I don't know why you hanging out with all those people though, because they obviously don't know the difference.
Did the episode really start? Like,
Yes.
did this shit really start?
Oh yeah, no. This is how we start.
That's how we start.
This is how we
Alright,
start.
Just
I
talk.
don't know if I'll probably cut out his fun fact to be
He'll
honest
do a
with
bullshit ass intro. He'll call me something that start with a P.
That's cool.
you. Yeah, I already told you I was gonna call you this week anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, since we talk about, hey yo guys, what's up? This is the Gunches Podcast. This is your host Reese with this co-host Pepe, and we got a special guest today. Do you go by Jordan Se7en? You want to go by Jordan Se7en? A special guest today, Jordan Se7en.
What's good?
Yo, what's up, Jordan?
What's going on, guys?
How about you tell the people who you are and what you do?
I am a horrid man wanted in several states for just absolute atrocities, mainly stemming around my family being a part of ISIS. Now,
What the?
I understand.
This is the podcast.
What the? No!
This is it. Yes. Yes. Finally! Yes! This is the one, baby! It shoots us to the top!
Well, something's gonna get shot if you mention ISIS.
Oh,
nigga.
boys, let's go!
What's up, guys? I do a weekly show called the Party Up Podcast where we talk about nerdy stuff and pop culture stuff, and you should go check us the fuck out. We are also on Anchor, and you guys are too, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. We're also on Anchor. And actually, speaking of nerdy stuff, we'll get into nerdy stuff later because a lot of things just kind of came to a conclusion, including the Mortal Kombat. We'll talk about that.
Right.
We're talking about Falcon and Winter Soldier, the finale.
Please.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I finished it.
Fantastic. We'll talk about that. But to begin this podcast, have you watched Invincible actually?
Say that one more time.
Invincible?
Was it
haven't,
episode
because
7
we're
the last episode?
No, I think there's one more.
thank God.
We were actually saving it for the show, so we were waiting for all the episodes to come out fully, and then.
Okay,
watch
then
it all
we'll
together.
skip that. That's totally fine.
If
That's
you
totally fine.
guys
We'll skip that that one because even though this latest episode, Fuego,
Wait, when did the latest episode come out?
Friday. The way it always comes out. Last episode,
Was last week then?
the 7th,
Oh, okay, so then that was 7. That's why I asked you, is there more than the 7th episode?
the latest episode, as in the one that came out the most recent.
It's Friday.
I'm not staying on this. Anyway, so we're gonna start this all. I'm sorry, this nigga don't know English. And I don't have time to explain. I don't have time to explain how English works. I said latest. That just means the newest episode that came out.
Most recent.
I'm not even just gonna go into this. Just pass.
Pass. He
It's
said pass.
It's not worth
It's not
it.
even worth it.
I just don't feel like going into
Like
it.
we're playing Uno. I ain't got no good cards, man. Just pass.
Just bad. So what we're gonna get it because we were talking about it before and we were like, yo, we gotta save this for the pod. EDP445.
Oh my God! You know what?
We
Let me
gotta
pull up
talk.
some of the text.
Yo, we got to talk about this, bro.
Heartbroken.
We're starting off mad controversial. So okay, so you haven't seen the video of the dude where he was like, I was getting my dick sucked, and you was talking about like he like a big fat dude. Big fat black dude.
Most people know him as the crazy Eagles fan who like he wears like eagle hats and like paraphernalia and stuff like that.
I may know it if I see it, but I probably
Yeah,
just don't remember.
he's the big black dude, and he comes on. He's like, I beat my dick so goddamn hard that I could not
Okay.
feel my left leg.
Yo,
God, that dude was funny.
I remember
as hell,
the
bro.
first time I saw that video, I was crying. Like for somebody to go,
so
I
fucking
beat
funny.
my dick so hard I couldn't feel my
I could not feel my left leg.
Oh my god!
Shit's funny.
His penis is broke.
Oh my god!
He broke it.
Oh my god! What did he
He broke it.
Well, now it seems he's. Ooh, I was gonna say something horrible.
do?
He's about to have his asshole broken into.
Yeah.
Like a leather shoe.
So
Like a brand new pair of Jordans.
Creasing.
he was, for people who don't know, he was not even recently, because there's been a couple instances
For
where
like
he's
the past
been,
year, I
yeah,
think. Yeah.
a couple year or two now, where he's been accused of some, misconduct with minors,
Yeah.
which is not. I don't fuck that shit. That's not.
No, we don't fuck with pedophilia up
bro.
here. Yo, the Gunches Podcast does not endorse pedophilia.
Not that you really even needed to say that.
I think you do. Honestly,
In
nowadays,
today's time,
Nowadays, you kinda have to.
You think so?
I think so. It's
pretty
kind of
good.
sad because you can make a joke and the people really think you feel like that.
Yeah.
And so I'll just say it just for right off the top. We don't endorse pedophilia, but we're gonna be slanging these fucking jokes because
yeah,
this is
100%.
because
the jump.
the
You know,
video is hilarious.
So I got a picture of this nigga sending that 13-year-old.
Yo,
His
he
face.
looked like
That means he had to put the flash on. 'Cause this was in the dark.
Yo.
He took that picture and went,
you know
that look good.
You know what he looked like? He looks like the carton of eggs when you close the door in the fridge.
He looks
like that what he looked like. That what he looked like.
Damn.
Look at that. Don't he look like that?
He kind of looks like Moto in that picture, like when he's coming out the lake.
Don't you disrespect Moto Moto? The name's not nice. You gotta say it twice. You can't do that to my boy.
No.
You can't do that to my boy Moto. I'll never forget that. When I watched that movie, it was like, the name's so nice. You gotta say it twice. I said, God damn, that's cold.
Damn girl, you huge. Like, that's the only time that ever works is with hippos.
Here's the thing. You know what's crazy?
What?
Is I remember that scene, right? Me and my girl, we were watching this movie, a Tim Allen movie called Jungle to Jungle.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
you know
I
the movie
remember-
Jungle
I
to
remember
Jungle?
Yeah.
He goes to this place called Lipo. And the person on the boat says, yo, a place so nice, you gotta say it twice. I was like,
What?
I said, wait a minute.
No.
I said, wait a minute.
Hey, yo, DreamWorks, let me talk.
I said, wait a minute. So they stole it from Disney first. What is this?
This is crazy.
This is insanity. Anyway, back to the pedophilia.
That's what kills me though, right? Is EDP will go on some bullshit where he has some text messages where he's like, oh, you're 13, I can't do anything. Then he'll say some shit about kiss your daddy goodnight, sleep tight, princess. Kiss your daddy goodnight, bitch.
Disgusting.
You know what it is too? That's like a fetish thing for people who are of age. Is the thing is like that? It's some weird
Like
shit.
the
I know,
child,
but,
the
like,
child shit, that
Yeah,
child
yeah. So
play, yeah.
It's not like child play so much as it is like submissive and dominant kind of shit, where it's like you just call yourself daddy, not because I see you as my little
your
girl
child,
or
yeah.
nothing weird like
Right.
that, but like you are my pet or some stupid shit like that.
I mean,
so, like,
yeah.
not stupid shit. If you're into it, you're into it. But
we
not
can't-
pedophilia.
No. We kink shame on this podcast.
Oh, you kink shame?
Oh, we kink shame on this podcast.
I've done a lot of sexual
no.
podcasts. So
This
like, I
nigga
don't.
is a hater of haters.
Oh yeah, no. On my Twitter, follow me on Twitter, Reese_Xander. Actually, that's my Instagram, but on my Twitter is Reese Xander straight.
I didn't know that.
I literally on my thing is professional hater on Twitter.
That's this nigga's handle.
That's what I love to do.
Let's go.
So we kink shame on this, not with any hate. Obviously, it's all jokes because I really don't care what you do in the darkness of your bedroom.
You shouldn't.
I
but-
don't.
Yeah.
I don't. Whether you turn the lights on or not, I don't really care.
But
But
I've heard some weird
however,
shit.
if I hear about it,
I've
I
heard
will sling these
Yeah,
jokes at you.
I've heard some weird
So
shit.
so
yeah,
like
me
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
White
we were
people
talking
into
about
some
we were talking
weird
about what was it, 2 podcasts ago? Talking about that poop play.
That poop play, that's nasty.
You heard about
Ew,
this?
that's scat shit. That's what it's called.
That's what that's
That
called?
shit- Yeah, dude.
Scat shit?
Listen,
Like
I'm
a gun?
gonna say this shit right now. I've been on a lot of like openly sexual like podcasts and stuff like that because like I just know a lot of this shit. Plus, I love porn. But real time, I don't give a fuck. I'm very open.
I don't know what I expected that next race to be. It definitely wasn't. I'm a porn shit.
Plus, I love porn.
Oh my god, yo.
You don't have to be
What
into
did he
something
say?
to know about it. That's what I'm
You
trying
know,
to say. Like,
I haven't watched porn in a while, but who's your top 3? I'll give you my old top 3.
Oh my god,
porn
this is
stars?
where we're
Yeah.
going?
Juliana Vega is my number 1. She's definitely like
No,
top
God!
tier, like Spanish woman. You know who that is?
No,
I'll show you.
God, please, no! No!
Mia Khalifa is a timeless classic. A lot of people will say that she's not with the shits anymore.
Her
Like,
story is hilarious.
but she's funny and she knows a lot about sports and shit. Like, she's
that bitch knew what she was doing. She just mad she didn't get paid as much as she should have. That's it.
She's like retired and gotten back into porn like 50 times.
That's what I'm saying. She knew what she was doing.
She goes back to
just
porn
wanted
when it's
more money.
convenient.
That's
But,
it.
but if ESPN gave her a job for in a second, she stopped sucking dick. Like in a second. You guys also never told me what not to say on this show. So
Oh, no, we
whatever
don't
you
care.
want.
We can
Alright,
say
cool.
whatever you want.
Say whatever you
I
want.
started saying my family was in ISIS. That's not true.
Yeah,
but,
no, but I know we started off with that podcast. That's why. Listen, you can say whatever you want, whether I agree with it or not. It's that's listen. The Gunches Podcast do not share the same opinions as Jordan Se7en.
It's fine. You know how.
However, we will use him for clout.
You know how much on the Party Up podcast I say shit and like my boy John. I love John. I've known him for so many fucking years, bro. How many times in one episode comes out of his mouth, cut that. Just cut that shit. Cut that shit completely. And I'm like, just let me talk, bro. Just let me be me right now. I love you, John. I know you're gonna hear this. But anyway, so my third is Christy Mack.
Christine Mack. Did she get beat up by her boyfriend many years ago?
She
I
did,
remember
but that
shit.
didn't
She looked
detract.
so fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? When I was in middle school, she was my favorite one. Until I saw that picture of her getting beat up, I was like, damn, there goes my favorite porn star. She's gonna stop now.
Damn, son. She's on my face. I can't watch her anymore. I saw you get your ass whooped. Is that a real thing for you?
What
did you say?
Why would you say that?
Because for me, I'm like, damn, she probably can't do porn no more. She's just gonna focus on her
You know
life.
what's crazy? I remember that story, and she actually got like plastic surgery for free to fix her
For
face.
free. Yo,
yeah.
I remember
Because
that.
the dude wanted clout and probably some other things.
And some pussy.
Yeah.
But she mainly did anal, so he probably got some booty.
I wanted to be subtle, but I guess we can't have no subtlety on this podcast. I guess this isn't the podcast for subtlety. Go ahead, please.
Nah.
You had me on.
it's
I
the
was
Gunches
never gonna do
Podcast.
this.
Oh, please go ahead, please.
But that's how the shit be though. Like I hate that shit so much. It's like celebrities that get more after the fact. It's like you already better than me. Why you walking into a bakery and this old ass motherfucker talking about here, take a dozen donuts for free? Like, bitch, nigga, you're the only one in here who can afford a dozen donuts right now. Kim Kardashian, you don't get no free donuts, you dumbass bitch.
Yo, if I could go the whole podcast without saying a single thing between the two of y'all, nigga, this is gonna be fantastic.
Yo, she does look like a Krispy Kreme
this is
donut,
gonna be
though.
the hey yo, gang. Yo, this is gonna be we call them gangrene.
Gang.
Yo, gang, bro. This is gonna be the podcast, bro. This is what gonna shoot us to the top, bro. I'm gonna make a clip of this shit.
This is the one.
You best
remember when
believe
when she had that stupid ass photo shoot where she popped that bottle on her
Yeah.
glazed booty?
When she
I remember
quote
that.
broke the internet and shit.
I remember
I hate her so goddamn much, bro.
that's crazy.
Anybody last name Jenner or Kardashian, I think the greatest thing you could do in your career is if you just
sleep with a black man.
I was gonna say drown in the ocean, but
You see, we had this. I said something dick. He said sleep with a black man. My nigga went biblical. If you tie a millstone around your neck and throw it in the depths of the sea.
I don't think people should die. I'm just saying. Listen, also I'm very pent up because all the podcasts I do from Party Up Podcast and all the ones I guest on, I have to be very appropriate. So y'all just gave me the chance to just let
ahead.
loose.
Because here's the thing.
I don't get to do that. Like,
Because here's the thing, right? If you say something absolutely ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
I bleep it, it's hilarious.
Okay.
If you say something absolutely ridiculous, but I don't bleep it,
It's
it's
still
hilarious.
hilarious.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter to me what you say.
So you're not gonna cut some shit completely. You're
Oh no, it's gonna be bleeped. It's not getting cut.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Then
getting
that's
bleeped.
cool.
Did you not hear the first episode?
I'm with it.
Oh.
I did.
We
yeah.
talked about how we were
Never
going to
mind,
kill
yeah.
ourselves.
In gruesome detail.
Kill
There's
yourself?
some detail.
Bro, no, real talk. Then I want to answer that. Very easy.
Oh, go ahead.
I want my girlfriend to trick the shit out of me right now, right? I want her to take me on like a lavish ass date. Like we get like my favorite food, we get a shit ton of sushi, everything like that. We go like deep into like a beautiful fucking forest with like mountains and shit. And like for a photo shoot, and I take beautiful pictures and the day is immaculate. And then like on the bottom of one of the cliffs is a wood chipper, and she just pushes me in, and I had no idea. But at least my last moments were like a nice ass date with a nice ass photo shoot, and that's how
you wanna
that's
go?
how I'll go.
With no pussy. You want to go pent up. That's how you want to exit
I
this
told you
world.
it was the perfect date. I mean, we.
Yeah, so apparently he fucked on a cliff and then got pushed off.
Yeah.
She said when he was done, she said, "Get off of me." And he said,
I got mine.
She said,
Bye-bye.
she said, give me the camera so I at least get the pictures, and then push me the fuck
Hey,
off.
you know what? She spent money, fucked you, and then killed you. It's not a bad deal. If you
It's
gonna
not
go
bad
out
at all.
anyway. If I'm gonna go out anyway, that's not.
I mean,
terrible.
here's
If I had to go out,
here's my thing.
Don't do a wood chipper though. You know.
Here's my thing.
Poison me in my
Because-
sleep. Poison me in my sleep.
Because that was my thing, right? Is your last moments isn't looking at a beautiful sunset. Your last moments is falling, crying, and then excruciating pain.
Reese, I'm gonna be dead. That's not really gonna matter. All I'm gonna remember.
But like that
is
1
else.
second's gonna be gruesome.
Nah, that's gonna be a long.
That's gonna be like
second.
you're gonna feel like infinity.
You know,
You know what I'm saying?
you're not wrong either.
We
but
do
at the same
not
time,
endorse
it's like,
suicide.
we really don't. But
don't.
Back to EDP. So that fucking because
Yo,
He
I want to
should.
talk about the video.
Should, 'cause his asshole gonna get torn up.
We can't say
Yo,
What?
honestly, I feel real bad for him. His asshole gonna get torn up.
No, nobody's saying anything different than you
No,
right now.
wait.
so that's-
No, but
that's
here's
true,
the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but here's the thing. Here's actually the thing is that I don't think he'll actually ever go to court.
You don't think so?
No, because no one's brought up any cases.
I don't
Are you
think so.
serious?
No one's brought up any
What the
cases,
fuck?
especially with things like with the pedophile watchers or whatever, like whatever they were called,
they were,
pedo
yeah.
watchers or whatever.
pedo.
Actually, and also even with Chris Hansen, a lot of the people actually got let go because it wasn't admissible in court. The footage that you take on your own investigation, you're not an authority.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't
like,
mean anything.
Them two white boys that like stopped him in the video and everything.
They
and
were
they're
mad
talking.
annoying.
We talked about this shit. So like honestly, like they didn't do anything for. A lot of comments believe that shit too. Like they didn't do it for justice. If you watch the video, the reason why they're so fucking annoying about it and everything is like
They're asking questions.
They're doing it for their channel. They're not doing this for the sake of we have to stop this pedophile.
Yeah.
Because if you did do that, you never would have picked up the camera in the first place and recorded yourself doing it.
Not even that. The fact that the bigger dude kept cracking jokes at him.
Yeah,
I was like, this is.
And then the little dude
This
was
nigga
like,
wrote that shit down.
I wanted to hit this little dude. Yo, little dude, I don't know who the fuck you are, yo. Get at Jordan Se7en because I want to rock you in your fucking
Little
jaw.
dude from around the mushroom.
I'd love to
Grow
fucking.
up, nigga.
I'd love to fucking hit you in your face. And I'm not trying to like defend what he did. See, that's where a lot of people get it twisted. It's like a lot of people in the comment section and stuff like that. Everybody's saying, EDP's a pedophile. Don't be defending him just because the dudes who caught him were annoying. No. Anybody, first of all, number one, anybody could have caught him, so I'm not giving these two dudes credit.
Yeah.
Number two, we have established that what EDP did was fucked up and wrong.
Yeah.
No cap. Like,
Sending-
that's the end of that
Sending dick
situation.
pics to a 13-year-old, saying
After
shit
that-
like I'm gonna handcuff you, throw you in my trunk,
That's what I'm
put you in
saying.
my dungeon.
And then-
that's fucking creepy.
Yeah, and we know that
It's
that's
weird.
creepy, so nobody's trying to refute that. What we're saying is the way that these two dudes went about it was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That made no sense.
Right.
The way they went at it, just if they would have came out and said like, we just did this for clout, we're just trying to crack jokes and whatever with him and blah blah blah, then I would have respected them more because that's what they did. But to go in it and then start talking serious, like, we're the pedophile poachers, that's what they're called, the fucking predator poachers, and we dedicate our channel to catching motherfuckers who. I completely understand what you're trying to say, dog, but like, real talk right now, like. The way you went about it was not authoritative, like, at all. You went about it like a couple of clowns.
Yeah, because they're asking questions like what like turns you on about 13-year-old? Who cares?
Yes. When I heard that, I was like, do you really want to know?
Who cares?
Like, you really want to know?
Who
'Cause
cares?
If the evidence is already out and EDP's caught, why are you getting into like semantics?
Yeah,
why are
who
you getting
cares?
into detail?
Yeah, who cares about why and and then not only that, but they ask the same question over and over again.
and over
They're
again.
like, so you like underage girls? Like, what about them turn you on? You like 13-year-olds, but not 12-year-olds, but 13-year-olds. What about that?
Yeah,
I
it was
like,
weirdly put together. And then as we also said before the show, that little motherfucker in the black mask in the video, he got caught for some shit immediately after.
Not only that, but also the big dude has been caught on multiple occasions on his channel. The way his channel, his community grew was that he would go on, he would call the BLM hotline, and just shout the N-word.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
The bearded dude in the video,
He was caught on racist shit.
He would call the BLM hotline and just shout the N-word. and record it and then post it on his channel, which I don't care. I really don't care because listen, racist is racist, and I don't got time for it, right? Yeah. So whatever, you do what you gotta do, but don't turn around and try to virtue signal talking about, oh, I'm gonna catch this pedophile.
Exactly that.
Like, nigga,
you try to make yourself relevant while at the same time you know damn well.
And especially if you're doing it like, because here's the thing, right? The videos of him being like calling BLM isn't that long ago. It's not like it was years ago.
BLM
it was like a few months ago.
It just caught like a lot. BLM has really always existed, but the fact that with George Floyd and it caught so much traction and everything like that, now people like him are getting, called out for, going against it. And like you said, fucking calling the hotline and harassing them and shit like that.
Right.
Like now they're being caught because BLM got bigger. If it didn't get bigger, he probably would not have been.
But that isn't. But that's how it always is. That's how it always is. Is you only get in trouble if you get caught.
White people.
You only get in trouble if it blows up big enough for you for some actual punishment to happen. They won't take punishment all by themselves.
And even then, you don't always get in trouble just because you was caught. I mean, we live in an age right now where like cops will just gun us down, and then there has to be a trial. Like, why does there have to be a trial, my guy? Like,
I mean, the trial is the system, but the way they go about the trial, the way they go about him keeping his job, he gets suspension with pay or something like that. That's the wild part to me. But a trial happened no matter what. Whether I'm a black man and I kill somebody, the trial still has to happen. So that's not the part that bothers me.
It does, but a lot of them get dragged out. Like the legal system can shorten a lot of these things.
I agree.
Like the Chauvin situation, everything where he just got convicted on all counts. That shit took way too long for a thing that happened now in modern times in this day and age where we saw on film what he did and had to drag it out. Him and his lawyers should never have been given the opportunity to be like, oh, but what if George Floyd had drugs in his system? What if it was this? What if it was that? They came up with like 30
different excuses, and that doesn't have
lame ass excuses that had nothing to do with it. He was caught on camera killing a dude, and after you're caught, you shouldn't get a say. You shouldn't get an opinion on what happens next.
Here's my thing. Because I think that's a slippery slope, and I don't want to be.
I agree.
I don't want to be. Bro, let me get my piece out before you agree with me so wholeheartedly. I can say some really messed up shit, and then you just I agree with you.
That's why I agree with that
Reese
statement.
is like, listen.
For the rest of what you said, I was like, I agree with that statement. I agree with you.
Well, I could have just said fuck black people, and you'd be like, I agree with you. Like
Reese was like, that's a slippery slope, but only for the Jews. And Peter was like, yeah.
But
if I say no, they're gonna hit me with that Jewish lightning. I might come home to a burnt house.
I'm saying.
Oh, well. Anyway, so. Well, anyway, no, but I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to defend Derek Chauvin because that nigga can rot in jail for all I care. Rot in prison, get your booty hole turned outwards by all the black men in there you didn't get to kill.
Inside
you know what I'm saying? Just.
I want stay nutsack on his head. For
I hope he has a tail by the end of it.
That's another thing.
How prolapsed his anus is. I hope this nigga look like a monkey. By how prolapsed his anus is.
The thing is too, like,
turned inside out. I want to see the anatomy of this nigga. That's what I want.
Jesus.
Anyway,
I've never heard anybody ever say some shit like that. So I hope I see this nigga's colon drag out of his asshole. Like, whoa.
So that's how I feel about that. So I'm not defending this at all. You guys get the sense that I'm not defending this at all. Yeah. However, I think it is a dangerous slope if you don't ever give the defendant a say. Because here's the thing about video. Is, yes, did we see it? Then what did we see was the truth. However, especially with the rise of deepfakes recently, especially with the rise of technology recently,
anything can happen.
It can be flipped just like that.
Yep.
So if it turns out, a white man can't even get away with that, then it means a black man can't either.
But that opens the doors for other conversations too, because now there's a lot of motherfuckers out here saying, did they really convict him as guilty because they feel he's guilty, or did they do this to appease us? But that now moving forward when the shit happens, because that's what a lot of people said after the verdict was reached. A lot of people was like, yo, like, from here, are they really, like, was this really justice, or are they trying to shut the black people up? They're trying to shut people of color up. Because that's what I believe. I'm into, like, certain conspiracies over other ones. But what I'm trying to say is, like, they'll make an example out of Chauvin, is what I'm saying. It's like they'll press him to the fullest extent of the law, because every other time this happens now, they're not gonna do it.
Right.
So white people are giving this to us, like, so next time a little black kid unfortunately gets killed by a police officer for no goddamn reason, then, you know, they're gonna be like, well, we gave you Chauvin, so why we gotta give you this motherfucker too?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Malcolm X said that shit. I don't mean to cut you off. It's just Malcolm X said that shit. Like, the white man will give you small victories to make shit seem like you're living within equality. And I felt like this was one of those small victories.
I also felt that way.
That's what I'm saying.
100%. I also felt that way. I also felt like
They're controlling the message.
that because here's the thing, right? And I saw it. People outside the courthouse, people around the world watching. If you did it, listen, flip it. If they said he was innocent on all charges, what would have happened?
Violence.
Immediately.
Immediately, if not
Cities would have burned.
Hell yeah.
They were ready for violence. They were absolutely ready for violence.
And that's exactly why there is that doubt, where it's like, oh, did y'all really do this because y'all felt like it, or did you do this because we were ready to burn this bitch down?
Exactly. That's another thing too.
You know what I'm saying? Because then the motivation is different.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, obviously you're trying to appease us, but no, there should be actual justice. He should be an example that is perpetrated through the country.
Exactly.
That means even if a story doesn't get that much traction, even if a story doesn't blow up on social media, then they should also get prosecuted to the full extent of the law. And I guess, honestly, the way I feel about it, it probably won't happen, but I guess we'll see.
I think they sacrificed one white man to kind of protect themselves from us right now. Because I feel like that's what happens in the first place. I've boiled all this, everything with BLM and everything with police reform, and how, like, we're just not hearing anything from that. Like, we know how we feel, but they're not telling us why they're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I boiled it down to this simple shit. I think this is just a small theory of mine. I have white people in my life that I love very much, but I'm saying right now, I think that they have a serious fear of what they know we can become if they took their heel off of our necks for a second. Like, they understand fully.
They think we'll do exactly what they did to us.
What they did. They're so afraid of us giving back what they did that at this point now, like, that's the fucking fear. Because I see, like, look at these videos of the shit that happens all over Instagram and stuff like that, man. It's these big ass, these fat, obese white cops that are coming after these, like, little skinny, you know, fit black people. They know we're gonna run if they don't fucking pull the strap out.
Yeah.
They know they're not gonna catch us if they did it with either a taser or with unlethal force. So cops can't handle shit with their hands. They can't. They're a bunch of bitches. They don't have real training. Therefore, they know we have that training. It's called the streets. And that's not me trying to make a joke. Like, I mean that shit. Like, that's where we come from, is like, we'll fight y'all, we'll fight each other. That's how the streets is sometimes and shit. So, like, white people look at that and they're scared of it. Of course they're scared of it. And, like, I don't know. Somebody's gonna find fault with what I'm saying, but that's just it's just a working theory.
I mean, it does sound like you kind of said all black people came from the streets.
No,
so
that's not
so I can see how someone might find that problematic.
I'll tell you right now, that's not true, because I did not come from the streets. So believe me when I tell you right now, like, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, in those situations, you see in those suburban areas where like, it's police pulling people over for no goddamn reason. It's like, well, now I gotta pull the strap out because there's no other way that I can, you know, show authority over this black person.
Yeah. So 100%, especially, and that was evident in, did you see the video of the police officers pulling over that military lieutenant, army lieutenant?
I saw it at the gas station?
Yeah, the gas station.
I saw that one.
You saw that? Did you see that one?
Fucked.
I didn't want to watch it.
Yeah.
I heard about it. I said...
It was hard to watch.
I was like, because I know me, and I'm in a very happy stage in my life, but I've seen too much racism. Yeah. And the last thing I want to do is go, fuck these cops. Yeah. Burn these niggas. Yeah. Go to the fucking police station. Fuck these niggas up. Yeah. That's what they deserve.
I feel that.
Because the thing that pisses me off about what's going on isn't about the fact that we're hearing about it too much. It's the fact that their fellow coworkers aren't outing them.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me the fuck off.
That's why we're saying there's no good cops. When people say there's no good cops, I believe it, because either you're a person who's doing it or you're a person who's not doing it, but you're letting shit slide. And there are people who try to, but they get fired. They get blacklisted.
I try to give some cops the benefit of the doubt because I would be a liar if I said I haven't experienced a good cop. I know plenty of good cops.
Okay.
And all cops get bad reps because of bad cops.
Mm-hmm.
But my problem is, at the end of the day, why aren't you outing these people?
Because the video Reese just brought up, like, go ahead, talk about that shit. Because I think you were gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, the video because the video the video with the lieutenant. I think he was a lieutenant. What he did was, so you have a right as a citizen, right? Is when a cop is trying to pull you over, is you get to drive to a place that you feel safe before you pull over.
Public area, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what he was doing. Mm-hmm. So he had his hazards on, and he's driving below the speed limit, and he drives to a gas station that's brightly lit, and there's cameras.
Okay.
Right? And he does that for
Smart man.
Very smart man. As soon as the cops get out the car, guns are drawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as they get out the car, they're like, "Yo, get out the car!"
Not to cut you off, was he recording? Like,
Somebody was.
Yes, he was.
He was? Okay, cool.
He was recording, and it also was body cam. Here's the thing, right? This blew up this year. However, it happened a year ago.
Yeah. That's
the thing. It happened a year ago, but it blew up this year. So continuing off of that, the gun is drawn, and not only is the gun drawn, but one of the officers, he calls in a felony stop. He calls in a felony stop, which is very serious.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's some shit.
It's a traffic stop, but he calls it a felony stop.
Yeah, he calls in a felony stop. What the fuck?
That's a very serious thing. The dude, he says, arms out the window, arms out the window. Dude has his arms out the window. He's like, what's going on? And they're like, get out the car, get out the car. What's going on? Why can't you talk to me? And they're not talking to him. They're not talking to him at all. And it's so obvious that he's not a danger. Mm-hmm. And the reason I say that it's so obvious he's not a danger is that when they get to his car, and they're like, get out the car, get out the car. And the dude, and there's a big fat police officer, and he's wearing his gear or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's holding his taser. It wasn't a gun. It actually was a taser.
Mm-hmm.
This time. And he was like, you're about to ride the lightning, boy.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
Yeah, the shit that he was saying.
That
because
nigga,
I remember.
he better pray to God every day that God is saving his life.
Because
he
that's
should
what I'm
be
saying.
fucking dead.
Wait, before y'all go off, right? So he's like, you're about to ride a lightning, boy, right? And the dude's like, yo, why won't you guys just talk? And he has his hands out. He's like, unbuckle your seatbelt and get out. And the dude's like, I'm terrible. He's like, I don't feel comfortable doing that because he's like, could y'all just... So he opens the door they open the door. He's like, yo, my fault. He's like, oh, could you guys like... He has his hands up. He's like, could you just do it for me? He's leaning out. There's another cop who has a gun on him.
Yup.
There's nothing for him to do. He's like, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Just do it. He's like, go ahead, do what you got to do. What the cop does is he takes out pepper spray. And here's the thing, and that's how I knew they knew he wasn't in danger. It's because the dude is fumbling with it. The cop, he's taking his sweet time. He unbuckles it. He takes it out. He shakes it up, and he sprays the dude in the face.
Yeah, like point blank.
Yeah.
No reason.
Not only that, dude had his dog in the back.
Right. Yeah.
The lieutenant had his dog in the back, and he's like, "Yo, my dog is choking." He's like, "My dog is choking." He's like, "Why would you do that?" He's like, "That's so messed up." He's like, "That's fucked up." He's like, "Why are you doing that?" So the guy eventually, lieutenant, he's like, this situation won't end. So finally, he unbuckles his thing. He gets out, and then they arrest him. And well, not even arrest. I can't even say they arrested him. They just put him in handcuffs, and they walk him to the back of the police cruiser or whatever. And they're standing there, and you could tell the dude, he knew he messed up. Because he's talking about, he was like, if I let you go right now, we don't gotta talk about this anymore. If I let you go, and now
he wanted to erase the whole situation because I thought you was gonna say this too.
Okay.
In the audio, you hear the military dude. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm scared right now." And the fucking that worthless Call of Duty white boy, he had the gun drawn. He said, "Yeah, you should be."
Yes,
That's
he did
what
say.
yeah.
He did
I
say.
was like,
He said,
What
"You."
street was this in?
I don't even remember.
Look it up. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up because
You could tell that dude was a worthless Call of Duty white boy. He just was trying to fucking. You gonna ride the lightning? Who talks like that?
He said, "You gonna ride the lightning?"
About right now. This dude legitimately said, like, I'm scared. Like, you need to tell me what the hell's going on. He's like, you should be scared. Like, of what? You're a cop. You're supposed to be your whole job is supposed to be helping.
And here's the thing:
what's wrong with you?
The
in
dude's
Virginia.
Virginia.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
Not only that, but the dude is in his uniform.
Yeah, he's in military
It's
fatigues.
very obvious.
Yeah, he's in his uniform.
In military fatigues, exactly.
Like he's there. He's like obviously he's serving.
Yeah.
And they pulled him over because what was the reason? It was, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I should give
Driving
context.
while black.
No, it was because his car is it was a brand new car and the temporary license I think fell off or something like that. Mm-hmm. Temporary license off the back fell off.
Okay.
And so they pulled him over for that.
Okay.
But and for that reason is I don't understand how you get from that and it ramps up to as soon as you get out the car your gun is drawn.
Yeah, no, that's not a felony.
No.
They can match that shit with the fucking VIN number.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As soon as they get his identification, the VIN number. But you know what's even more fucked up?
No.
Most people don't know this. If a cop pulls you over and says, "I need your ID," you start recording and then go, "No."
You don't
Not
have
until you're giving me a citation.
You
or
don't
you're
have
gonna
to
arrest
do that,
me.
yeah.
They can only legally, actually take your stuff if they're giving you a ticket or they're arresting you.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're getting a ticket or you're getting arrested, I tell cops, I'm like, I'm not giving you nothing.
Yeah.
Tell me what I got pulled over for. You're speeding by how much? 5 miles? I'm not giving you. Give me my ticket. It's that simple. And they're not going to give me my ticket because they know damn well I'm going to fucking go to the prosecutor and go, I know that there's a 10 miles grace.
A lot of people
I know that I'm governed by that by law.
Exactly.
I'll pay the court fee and I'm out of here, but tell that cop leave me alone.
A lot of people don't know there's a lot of things that you really don't have to answer to cops the way that like society has kind of like molded our brains into thinking that you fucking do. You don't have to answer to cops like that.
That's why I hate when white people go, "Oh, cops are the authority. You have to listen to them." I'm like, cops
No,
don't even
you
fucking
don't.
know the law.
They're
Cops
not
don't even
authority.
know the law better than lawyers, and lawyers are still learning it. So the cops are not the law. The law is the law. Fuck you.
The
if you
cops
think
are
this little bozo ass nigga
Yeah.
with 9 months of training know the law.
The cops are random ass KKK members who were given a badge and a gun. That's what a fucking cop
And that's what's
is. So
retarded
don't-
is to enter the military. There's a deeper background check than it is to be a fucking cop. To have an assault rifle and potentially kill.
I'm convinced
other
at this point
civilians-
there's a deeper fucking thing to work at Starbucks than there is to be a cop. Because, like, clearly anybody can do it. I can walk out and be a cop right now at this whole ass, at this point in my life. Like, for real. Think about all the drinks you need to learn how to make. Now think about what cops are doing right now. Who do you think has the more complicated job?
Hey, yo, bro, I'm about to one up that one. In China, you need a bachelor's degree to work at McDonald's.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm
Holy
sorry.
shit. That's
Pardon?
crazy.
Yeah.
You need college
You
fucking
need a
training
fucking bachelor's
To work at McDonald's,
nigga.
to get minimum
To be
wage.
fair, McDonald's in other countries is better
It's
than it is
lit.
here.
It's valid. That
It's
shit
way
is
better
real.
than it is here.
Oh
Like,
my goodness! You got bachelor in hospitality.
you know how Pokemon cards with your Happy Meals like became a thing like recently with McDonald's? That's like the norm for them. Like you get like legitimate shit with their fucking.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I know we're talking about China, but I want to go to Japan so bad.
Can we talk about something else? I feel really sad.
I want to go to Japan so
wanna
I'm not
bad.
gonna lie, that
I
whole
wanted
time
to
I was
get-
getting angry.
I
was
wanted
like,
to
yo,
get lit on this
fucking
show,
blow
and I'm
these
pissed
niggas
right
up.
now.
No. I wanted to
Send
go
their
to.
dead bodies to their racist ass wife.
Yeah, I want to go.
Please.
Fuck that. I'm sorry. Like I really.
I don't mean to sound like an
patience for motherfuckers
insurgency
like that.
right now. I'm never gonna go out and hurt nobody on purpose or on accident. I'm just saying like.
Oh no! If there's a civil war and a racist ass motherfucker come from my family, I'm killing him and his.
Well, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna do on a public forum. So I mean,
It's a civil war. Who's gonna arrest me? If
See,
hundreds of thousands of people are dying,
That's why I
they're
had
not
that
arresting
button.
me.
See, that's exactly why I had to. See, I knew it didn't take that long. I knew it would. This nigga said it immediately.
Blow them niggas up, bro. Fuck them up. Kill them.
I feel you.
Immediately,
shit.
this nigga.
Oh, speaking of which, I heard mad cops. They were bashing this one girl. It was a black girl on Facebook.
See, that's the thing. I was trying to get off the subject, talk about
That's
how
cool.
I
I'm getting back onto
I wanted to
shit.
go to Japan.
Is this the one where they were standing at the place where the girl
Not
got
completely different one.
Okay.
It was some bitch. She was in her room and she was talking about like, yo, fuck cops. We need to shoot these niggas up. We need to like defend ourselves because they really killing us and we're fighting tooth and nail just to get justice.
There's no lies
And she's
there.
saying shit like that. I have literally seen at least 20 cops just reposting like, yeah, this is wrong. This is terrible. We're out here trying to defend. I'm like, but you're still not addressing the fact that your coworkers or even a nigga like from another county is still doing this shit, but you're not talking about that.
This is what
you
you're
want to go
doing,
talk about this little girl who's just frustrated that her cousin just died. Fuck you, nigga.
And you know, the only, officers who actually have spoken out against this are the retirees. That are like the ones who have nothing to lose. You can go on Facebook and Instagram and shit, and you can find, videos of these old heads that are like, yo, these young cops out here, shit, you know what you're doing. Like, you know what the fuck you doing. And
Young
because
cops.
because they're retired and they're not on the force anymore, they don't have anything to lose, so they can speak out against this shit.
Yo, young cops. Nigga,
Not young cops.
No,
You know
but
what
I mean, no, I'm talking about them saying, "Oh, you young cops, you know what you're doing." Nigga, this been happening for decades. Bro, my dad's been telling me stories for years. Here's my thing, and here's really because I wanted to get off the subject, and this will be the final thing we talk
let's
with.
make that.
But this will, my dad. It was a sad day. It was a sad day when my father looked at me and he said, "I really thought." He said he always had this concept that if you get to a certain age as a black man, then you're good. He said, as long as you get out that teens to 20s and you get to like 30s and you kind of start like you get that mellow out. He said, he said, I always thought that was good. He said, my biggest regret is that I told you a lie and that you never get out of this. Because George Floyd was 40 something.
Yeah, he was not no like young black dude.
He wasn't some young black dude. He had grays.
Yeah.
And that was the saddest thing is when my father looked at me. He said, "There is no." I said, "I thought there was age limit, but there is none." He's always told. He said, "I thought after you get a family and you grow up and you get. I thought you'd be good, but
That's
not how it works." That nigga. That terror. I was like, damn. Anyway, yo, bro, I want to go to Japan so bad.
You do.
I do.
Sick.
Why?
I do, bro. It looks
Sick, bro.
It
It's
looks
that whole place is just one big ass theme park.
Yeah, bro. That whole, I mean, not the whole, probably just Tokyo. I feel like the countryside is probably not that big ass theme
I
park.
think the countryside probably bad.
Honestly, I think the countryside probably look mad
I
beautiful.
think I meant
though.
Tokyo when I said that. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But like, I want to go there just because like, I'm a weeb.
That's not.
I want to go because I want to see all the things a weeb can achieve over there.
You know what they gonna call this nigga when he go over there? They gonna look at him and go, EDP. Look, everybody, it's the EDP.
Oh my god, you EDP.
Oh my god. They're gonna
EDP, you like the child?
oh,
You like a child?
Oh,
EDP,
no.
I have the 12-year-old.
You know how all of us.
But that's, bro, that's
Put a pie down now. Pie down now.
bro, that's gonna be crazy as hell because like the age of consent over there is like 13.
Which is a problem.
It's an issue.
That's an issue.
Fuck.
You did? Nah, I bet you didn't know that before you said that. No. Fuck, nigga.
No, you can get the little girl panties in the fucking vending machines. I know you've heard that shit.
No!
You've never heard that?
No!
You're wild.
Little girls?
Like, you could get their
Yo,
panties
why are these
in
niggas
vending
alive?
machines,
Who
bro.
is letting these niggas breathe?
Well, I mean, it's a different culture, man.
Also, we dropped, like, the bomb and everything. A lot of people say
Man,
that,
drop
like,
another
that.
one.
A lot of
They dropped 2 already, nigga.
Listen,
He said thirst the charm. He said thirst the charm.
Listen, what
Yo, he said thirst the charm.
what I'm saying is, like, a lot of people have the theory that because we did that, like, that's why they have, like, that's why they be
That's why
doing
they
that
got
shit.
worse?
That's
Oh,
why they be on that shit.
That's a fucking lie.
America,
That's a
that's
fucking
how
lie.
it
I mean, nigga, it's
that's why
straight
they got
radiation.
Radiation.
If radiation don't change cells, then what does?
No, I don't mean physically. I mean, like, the emotional toll of, like...
I'm talking about, I don't think
shit.
that is the reason why they're going like, yeah, let's sell little children's panties.
I mean, I think so, especially with their birth rate declining. They like dudes over there are like women are out there trying to get fucked. Like trying to procreate, and then dudes over there like, nah, but I like 2D girls.
I like 2D.
That's why these pussy ass niggas jerking off all the time.
Yeah,
they
bro.
need to clap some cheeks.
Hey, yo, bro, don't ever do that.
See, my whole thing is like,
Oh my gosh.
Hey, yo, we about to have a fight live on the pod, yo.
Do you want me to bring up one of my symbols so you can just...
Hey, yo,
find
record this for your vlog. It's me flying
Can I just
across
real quick?
across the table, swinging at this thing.
I'm gonna vlog mid
You paying for
podcast. Has that
every
ever been done
equipment
before?
you break.
Nigga, shoot,
I ain't paying for no more.
swing it out. I'm jumping across. Swing it. Yeah, I'm joking. I wasn't actually. I'm not actually gonna fight this dude.
Hey man, like X said, I stab niggas, bro.
You ain't got your knife on you. Stop.
You don't know what I got on.
I do with those tight ass pants you got on. You can see every curvature.
Bro, you
like
know what's
this.
crazy? These are not that tight like a mother. Legs would be
Nigga,
getting
I know for sure you don't got a knife on you. I know for.
I stopped caring.
I know for sure you
I
don't.
stopped caring.
I was just halted at like I could see every curvature. See your body right now. Like, whoa.
Not by choice, nigga. It's not by choice. Nigga walked in. I said, "Oh, god damn!" It was like an X-ray.
It's fucking terrible. I have to keep buying new clothes. I hate having to buy new clothes all the fucking time.
Man, it was like an X-ray. It was the worst.
That's wild.
Actually, okay,
It's
so
cool though. I like going to public. I get a lot of people's numbers.
nigga, what that got to do with anything?
Talking about my pants.
That's what I love. That's what I love about Petros, man. Like, never change, bro. Like, I've known you guys for like such
Thank
a
you,
long
bro.
time, and this is just like, you know that thing that you say with your boys, where it's like, yo, like if you talk about the fact that you have a big dick, like chances are you don't.
Right.
Like, if you talk about how much pussy you get, chances are you don't get any. Like,
Right.
Petros is the only dude that I know that like does get pussy like that, but also like you talk about it like a dude who doesn't get any pussy,
That's a fact.
which is fucking crazy to me. Like,
That's
you're
a
an
fact.
anomaly to me, guy. Like,
He is what we call the exception to the rule.
and don't change that either.
But
Like,
I don't get pussy. I just go, nah, I'm good though. I appreciate
I
that.
appreciate
I appreciate the offer.
very
cool on
moist
that.
offer.
Cause what I was gonna say was, you know, out of all four of us, really, who would get like, who would do the best in Japan will be him, cause
Really?
we're in relationships.
Yeah, that's
so we
true.
really wouldn't.
I wouldn't at all. I wouldn't.
then-
He would do the best. And bro, there'd be so many mixed babies over there, bro. Bruh, him by himself would raise the birth rate.
I would just
You'd fuck it up
experiment,
even
like,
more than it already
who's
is
gonna
fucked
help
up.
me bring the strongest seed? Like, which one is gonna be
This
the
nigga
strongest
is
descendant?
animalistic.
That's
Oh
like
my
the
God.
plot of like 3 different hentais that I've seen. Is like,
What?
who's the strongest seed?
I wasn't expecting this response.
I thought he was gonna say something like Highlander or
I
something.
wasn't expecting
I didn't know
that.
this nigga was gonna say hentai.
You already know.
What was that dictator's name?
Huh?
What was that motherfucker? I can't remember his
Kim
name. now.
Jong?
Not that way. That little short baby egg. No.
Short baby egg.
That nigga who was a part of like the Ming Dynasty. That shit is escaping my head. He
Nigga,
Genghis Khan?
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
You know, he
did that, right?
Yeah, he did that shit. Where he was like, I gotta have women everywhere to have.
I'm pretty sure actually like 1/10 of the Earth population is related to
To
him.
Genghis Khan, yeah.
Yeah, so
He like ended
Yeah.
pussy. Like that was this man did not
I mean,
have sex, he ended it.
Yeah, admit it.
That's some metal shit to say to a
yo,
woman. Like, hey girl, I just want you to know, I don't
I don't have sex. I end it.
I don't eat the pussy, I end it.
And she's like, what does that mean? You about to find out.
That's horrible.
Yo, after you're done, her lips just seal forever.
She's like, I'm Kyle XY.
She's just.
Oh my gosh, you remember that?
But not the belly button.
Oh my god, that was a throwback. I'm XY.
I'm a Barbie doll down there now. Just
Yo.
smooth as it.
I remember watching that shit as a kid. I was like, where this nigga belly button at?
Old show.
Oh my god.
That's a throwback. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll keep my shit recent. I'm sorry.
Hey yo, bro, you ever feel? Yo, I just
unlocked a memory.
Bro, I just found out what it's like to be jacked into the Matrix, bro. Bro, I was like,
I just
bro,
plugged you into a fucking
oh my
nostalgia
god, bro, I just got hit with all like flashbacks, bro.
Yep.
That's wild.
Just memories
All the
unlocked,
ABC Family shows.
ABC before they were Freeform, there was ABC Family.
What is
bro.
Freeform?
Oh my god,
What is Freeform?
bro? Well, I don't want to get into that.
Nah.
Because who cares?
Who cares?
You know what I'm saying?
It's Lifetime, but like,
You know,
like
you know what I want to talk about?
cocaine.
I want to talk about Mortal Kombat.
You know what? Before we even talk about that,
Okay.
could we just real quick? Because like I be doing that sometimes on
Okay.
shows. Can we talk about how I know you guys and where the fuck we?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
our
Please, go
genesis-
ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
We know each other.
Honestly, do you remember how we first met? I don't think I do. I don't remember.
It was. I mean, I knew you.
Like, I knew of you for a while.
I knew you through your girlfriend, really. But
True.
overall, because me and your girlfriend have been friends for years, but then
Decades, you could say.
decades, honestly, yeah. And then, it was through FYI and all
Yes.
that the film shit we did. So
Yeah.
we did a bunch of film stuff at
Yeah.
this one place of worship,
Worship.
and content. This one place. That, I wanted to talk about this, but I don't know how you guys are with that. But anyway.
Man, I give a fuck.
As long as you don't say any names, you can go ahead.
No. We'll remain nameless. It's
Yeah,
just
go nameless with the organization and people. You can go ahead and say whatever you want.
So we went to a place called Pasture.
But that's low-key a fire name for a church, though.
pasture. That's something they would name a church is pasture. Like,
Low-key, that's a fire name for a
So
church,
much
though.
fucking drama in that place.
but I
God
met
damn.
but I met you guys through that. We did a lot of like film stuff
yeah.
together and video stuff, and then we just kind of we don't do it anymore really, but we kept in touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that place was. I've spoke with one other person on this recently. I'm not gonna say her name, but who doesn't really fuck with them anymore either.
Right.
And from what she told me was a lot of what you guys are kind of making me feel right now, which was basically I met you guys in a place that was a very toxic environment.
Right.
And I say that with like,
The nicest way of putting it.
no, I don't know.
He said with the least most of respect.
With disrespect, but what I'm trying to say is like, I'm not trying to like shit on,
I got you.
yeah.
You're not trying to talk about the whole thing. You're talking about select parts.
There's select parts, select people. There was a lot of shit that just I can't even get into people, which sucks. But
Yeah.
it's just a lot of aspects of it that were very fake, and a lot of things I found out later on. And
Don't we always find out later?
we really do. Yeah.
We never find out in the moment. It's always later
No,
on.
it's always like months later when you like take time to yourself. That's what I did. Like quarantine, I took that time to myself, and then I learned shit, and I was like, oh.
Good for you, bro.
So yeah, churches could do that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Oh, you feel the same way. Lovely.
yeah, bro, we're all together on that.
Yeah, cause
I didn't know that you were that way because
Me?
Me?
No.
Oh.
I
you didn't know I was that way?
I knew that the two of you were kind of like outside of the realm of that shit.
You thought this nigga?
Yeah, I did.
Because
When I listened to the
because-
show and I first heard him like even being profane, I was like,
Oh, you didn't know I was like that?
I didn't know.
Oh,
No.
really?
Well, again, because
Wait,
first of all, I know.
this nigga the worst of us.
Again, first of all, I want to.
Because here's the thing. Okay.
Because first of all, also because I know your girl. Again, I know your girlfriend very well, and
Right.
she's not.
She's
that.
not.
Not
She's
at all.
Like,
she's the exact opposite.
And for so many years I've been friends with her, she's just not that person, and I've always known her as not that person.
And she's the exact opposite of me.
exactly. That's what I was saying.
opposite.
So like,
So I can, because here's the
I
thing.
didn't know where you stood with the church still and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, since I'm kind of still part of it, I can't go crazy.
That's okay.
Right? I can't.
After the podcast.
Yeah, but after, yo, after the podcast, I'm about to blow up.
That's fine.
I'm joking.
I'll tell you
I'm
guys
joking.
everything that this mystery person told me because
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to share that with you for a second.
No, 100%. 100%. But like, I'm not. But here's the thing. Because here, the part that I stay in, right? The part of the church I'm in, I love.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
The ministry that I'm part of, I love. I think they're doing great. I think this is a great idea, and I think it's a necessary thing that people need. And even the ministries I've left, I've loved.
Right.
But for me, it is the general idea or the culture they're trying to cultivate. I don't necessarily agree with.
Can you explain that just for a second to see if I'm on the same page as you?
Okay. How
Like
about
that culture?
Okay.
I'll explain what happened.
Please.
Okay. For me, I think they are. this is gonna sound mad wild to people who aren't Christian on this, and so this for y'all who aren't Christian, this is like an inside look about what on the inner workings.
I really wanted to do this
of a
with you
church,
guys.
right?
I really wanted to do this.
Right? The inner workings of a church.
Yeah.
I wasn't even that deep, but for me there was a lack of transparency. There's a lack of transparency in that, and it starts kind of from the top. And it trickles down where there's a lack of transparency almost on every level.
Yes.
Where you don't know, you don't know where the church stands on certain things. You don't know how they feel about certain things. And here, I want to clarify, because this is going to be a tightrope for me. For me personally, it's a
If
tightrope.
you want to stop, you can.
No,
stop.
I'm going to talk about
After
it.
you, I got something to say.
Yeah.
No, but
See?
I'm going to talk about it, but it's a tightrope for me for the simple fact because these are good people.
Yeah.
The people that I am talking, the people,
I know who he's talking about. I know
people-
he's not talking about the whole church.
yeah, the people,
Yeah, okay.
the people I'm talking about are good people.
Okay.
I'll say the head pastor, he's a good person, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Honestly, I would say all the pastors are good people, and what comes with people, this is my personal. This is my.
I can't wait to say, but literally there's going to be one word I'm going to need you to bleep. You're going to know which word that is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But so with the people that I interact with, they're good people. And the people that I show love to, they're good people, right?
100%.
However, there is a culture that they're trying to push that lacks the, how do I say, the spontaneity needed for because in Christianity, a very big part, you could say 1/3 of it, is the Holy Spirit.
Yes, 100%.
You could say that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not too controversial. It's,
No,
that's
not at all.
that's right there, right?
Yeah.
That's
The Holy Spirit, right?
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay, cool. Right? The way the church is going, I have seen certain changes that make me kind of be like, okay, that's cool. Maybe they're not going the place I'm going, or the place that I thought. However, there is a lack of the Holy Spirit in the church,
In the people.
in the people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the thing. The people are the church, so I'll say it in the church.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm not talking about the building. I'm talking about the people, right? When I say the
The
church.
I say the congregation a lot because that means like the people, but also the church.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who are not Christian who are listening to this get it twisted because they think the building is made of bricks. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not.
The congregation. Yeah, I'll go congregation for the rest of it. So the congregation is. I don't know everybody individually, so I can't speak for everybody individually.
I can't. No.
I mean, you've been there long enough. You were there your whole life, so I am not.
Yup.
You could. I only been there since I was like 10. So still a long time, but I didn't know everybody because I never reached out because I was antisocial. Anyway, so the people. There is a weird thing where the people who are toxic, the people who are problematic,
Are all related to each other.
Are in charge.
I was gonna say are in leadership roles.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not in like the top leadership roles. However, they're in specific leadership roles that make it hard to navigate through that church without bumping into one of them.
Right.
And in that, and I haven't talked about this in a while, so honestly, I've kind of thrown this all out my mind for the most part.
Word.
So, for the most part, you're trying to kind of. I'll say this: I know for a fact I've been filtered by them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That there were certain things that I would try to teach that are biblically accurate. And I've even checked with higher authorities like the lead pastor or like the executive pastor to make sure I wasn't bugging.
Right.
To make sure I was on point, because sometimes I'm like, yo, maybe I was off, and so I checked with them, and they were like, no, you're on point. But there's certain people who are in certain leadership roles that where they because I said something that they might not agree with personally, it doesn't matter what your opinion is when it comes to the Bible. The Bible is what it is.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
But because I didn't, what I said didn't agree with them personally, maybe because they felt convicted by it, or maybe they were doing something, whatever it was, they made my life a little bit harder. And they were like, "Oh, you can't say that. You can't teach that to your kids." And I'm like, "Why can't I teach that?" Because that's the thing is, if you want to talk to the one, I am the one. You know what I'm saying? If like, you know, like I stay quiet for the most part, but if you rile me up, then it is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what it is.
Yep.
Like I'm very opinion. I can, because here's the thing, because people take my silence as in I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But as soon as you talk to me, you find out I know exactly what the hell I'm talking about.
You stay in the cut and you just listen and
See,
observe.
and that's the thing is I love acting stupid. I love it.
Yeah.
I love acting stupid.
When you act
I
stupid,
love acting.
it makes other
gang,
people show their true colors.
gang. I love acting stupid because as soon as someone try me and I hit them with the vocabulary they never heard in their life, ooh. And that's what it was like at the church. It was almost it felt like a constant battle.
Yeah.
It felt like a constant fight to make a positive impact, which kind of comes with the territory because when you're dealing with people, you deal with people problems.
Yeah.
So it wasn't for me. That wasn't the big thing. It was just that the culture they were trying to cultivate, I thought was a copy of another culture that it worked for them.
Yeah.
It worked for them. However, I didn't think it worked for us.
Yeah.
Because we were a different
Dynamic.
Different exactly.
demographic.
different demographic.
You can't be what you're not, but then try to emulate that. You're gonna fall on your face.
But then they did, and our demographic changed. It got less diverse.
Yep.
And I was seeing that because especially because we used to I used to be a leader for a youth ministry. I used to see kids that looked like me. I used to see a lot of them.
This I don't know about. Everything up until this point I knew about. I didn't know there was a racial angle to this. Is there really?
I mean, I don't think intentionally. It's not. I think it's because here's the thing. You got to realize people have their blind spots.
Mm-hmm.
And the leadership at the top of this church, even though it was very diverse at one point, became very whitewashed.
Yeah.
And that was what I was gonna get into.
Yeah, it became.
I never knew this part of it.
Yeah, because
Oh, I was about to shed some light.
we'll get really into details after the podcast. I don't want to spend that much time on this. I really don't. But there was but when the leadership became that, there was a trickle down.
Okay.
There was a trickle down effect where it became where I saw less diversity happening. And I saw less people who look like me showing up to events like the youth or whatever.
Okay.
I saw the less cultivating of ideas because they had some ideas, so they were like, oh yeah, we'll just go with that. I saw less of that. I don't think it was a malicious thing. I truly don't. I truly don't think it was.
You could gentrify without realizing.
Yeah,
you're gentrifying.
I don't think it was a malicious thing at all.
Okay.
However, it did happen. So, because when I left the youth ministry, one of the leaders there, I love him, but one of the leaders said he was like, "What about kids that look like you? Who else is going to represent your perspective?"
Damn.
And I said, "There are no kids that look like me."
Exactly. I told that same leader that because they had asked me. They were like, "Man, Reese left, and who's gonna be able to talk to these kids?" I was like, "What are you talking about? There aren't any.
Yeah,
There aren't any black kids."
because it did
Crazy.
because it doesn't lead it most like. And this isn't like a horrible thing. I don't want to make it like a horrible thing, but it does lean more towards white kids. It leans more towards white suburban kids.
Okay.
And that's kind of what it leans itself to.
Very different from when you went. So.
Yeah, exactly. Because my description of all of this is very different. My thing was more, and I shared this with you. I don't even know if you remember this.
Okay.
Years ago, when you started seeing your girlfriend right now, many years ago, and this was like the beginning of that.
So like
and
4 years ago.
This was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
I sat down and I told you, yo, like just make sure
I remember
that
this.
none of the.
I
You
remember
do
this.
remember this?
I do remember.
I
this.
remember you.
Was
telling
I
me
right
about
though?
This conversation.
Was I right or was I not right?
Here's my thing, right? me and my girl, very private.
Okay.
Been private since the beginning.
That's how you have to do it.
Quite literally, the reason I'm not saying her name on the podcast is because we're private.
Right. Yeah, I figured that.
You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you picking up on that.
No, yeah.
But like, so we're very private. We were all, even when we had the most trouble, and our trouble was bad. Like, it was a toxic relationship at one point.
Okay.
No one knew.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what I said wasn't
no, seriously,
relevant.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't tell I didn't
know everything.
I didn't tell. I didn't tell a soul.
Yeah.
I didn't tell a soul. So I heeded your advice a lot.
Okay.
So when you're like because go ahead, tell me what you said.
I basically said that I had dealt with my experience with this, not necessarily the church so much as the group of people that were in like youth and things of that nature. I experienced a lot of sexism in a big way. The leaders that the powers at B that were there in place were very much, a lot of the lessons that we were being taught and things of that nature were very much like dudes are very piggish and very horrible and all we're trying to do is fuck. And these girls out here are very innocent and very fucking, you know... I'm trying to talk about this without talking about specific situations.
Nah, these trifling hoes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, that's crazy. That's not at all how they brought us up.
A lot of the... when I was there, a lot of the leaders were like that. They split a lot of lessons between male and female, which I also thought was really fucking stupid because, like, that's not how you teach
Even my sister didn't like that.
Yeah, that's not how you teach a congregation at all. But they split them between the genders, and then the lessons for us as the guys were, you know, don't just be pigs and don't just be looking for sex and shit like that. And I wasn't even interested in sex. I wanted to learn like other shit about this, which made no fucking sense to me. And then the girls that I knew in like youth and stuff like that, who I was friends with, they would tell me like, oh, we learned about the fact that you guys are basically only after us for sex and we need to be careful and shit like that. And like there was a lot of like a female innocence thing going on there for a very long time. I guess maybe it doesn't exist anymore, but that was a big thing when I was coming up that caused me to have to step away from that shit for a minute. Because as a kid, I was young. I was trying to learn shit more and more, like Holy Spirit wise. But I realized very shortly after that the leaders that were in place and everything like that, number one, they were not much older than me. They had too many, this is just my opinion, the leaders are too fucking young. It's too many chiefs, not enough fucking, too many, what's the fucking thing?
Indians,
too many Indians, not enough. No, because the chief is above the Indian. The chief.
Too many
chiefs.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the fucking kitchen. Yeah.
Okay, so
I felt like we shouldn't be saying Indian over and over again.
Oh yeah, maybe that's not kosher. I don't know. But I myself personally saw to a point where that shit was becoming a thing where the leadership that they had in place were people who were in their, you know, early 20s and shit like that. People who themselves were not even fully you know, put together and didn't really know the rules and how shit worked and stuff like that. So now they're imparting this bullshit into the even younger kids. So like you said, it's a trickle down situation. And so a lot of other people said that to me as well. Again, I'll tell you the names after the podcast, but it's like the thing that had happened was like my main thing right now and why I don't step foot in that church anymore is because I'm not even going to allude to who it was, but I have family members who have chosen different decisions for their life and shit like that. And all I'm going to say right now is this. If you feel the need to pull one of my family members aside and tell them that because of their sexual preference that they need to be, and I'm quoting here, fixed, and that some shit needs to, like we need to, quote, do something about this, I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, wait, hold on.
I'll fucking stab you.
I'm just going to put on a joke real quick so we can end this and get away from this church.
Okay.
A lot of the bitches in your generation was passing pussy out like it was a tricky trick ticket. That's
We can
all
talk
I
about
say.
that later.
They was handing that bitch out. And that's the funny part. Your generation of women was passing that shit out.
I
Some of the leaders' daughters. was out there shaking that ass.
I don't want to
man.
speak on it further either. I can't speak on it.
I left the church. Yo, some of them leaders' daughters was out there.
I have some
shake it
some really
up
good
and down.
friends from those days that are still people that are. I don't want to. I'm not.
Oh no.
Some of them girls know the salt shaker better than hood girls,
Oh my god.
and that's where I'm gonna end it.
Yeah, good for you.
Boop-boop-be-doo. All right, so
Yo, so Mortal
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
I'm tired of the niggas hating on that movie. I enjoyed it. I had a good old
Are
time.
we talking about Mortal Kombat now?
Yo, I had a good time watching that
Hey, I'm
movie.
angry. I don't know what we talking about no more, bro. Bro, this is gonna be a fun podcast.
I'm having fun. You not having fun?
I'm having a great time.
I don't think you understand.
Donkey.
My girl is still part of this said organization, so I'm gonna hear about this.
She probably gonna
Well, I
laugh.
hope it goes without saying that I'm not referring to,
No, I know you're not referring to her. However, I'm gonna hear about this later.
She gonna laugh and be like, "That's crazy."
You don't know her as well as I do.
I know. I'm just messing with
You
you.
don't know her.
That's your
as-
problem to deal with.
Deal with it.
Deal with it.
I know you want to hear about it
Hey,
later.
I hate y'all single niggas. Yo, fuck y'all single niggas.
Hey, yo,
Y'all
you
don't know
chose this?
Yo,
You wanted a girl, right?
I did choose this, and I don't regret it. However, y'all don't get to talk about my choice.
I know.
Y'all don't
I'm
get.
just gonna sit here and observe.
Y'all don't get to talk
My
about
girlfriend's
mine.
not gonna be crazy happy about my whole letting loose right now either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
my top three
but-
favorite porn stars.
My top porn. I know my top porn star. She's not gonna be because my girl's Arab, so she's not gonna be happy about the Mia Khalifa comments. This goes without saying.
Oh no! It'd be a great if she was Lebanese too.
Yeah. That's what I said. Dude. No, but my girlfriend has an amazing sense of humor, so that's why I'm not talking. Because we talk about this shit all the time, so it doesn't really matter.
yo, that is the funniest shit.
All right, so Mortal Kombat. Wow, man.
Hey, yo, Cole was that loser, bro. Yo, he was the most boring ass. Yo, we getting straight into spoilers. Yo,
Also, I haven't seen this, so just spoil it for me.
oh yeah, no, I'm spoiling it for you because that movie was. Listen, I had fun. I want to start.
I
I want
was
to start with that.
entertained, yeah.
You know, I'm gonna start with the good thing. I had fun. I saw bloods. I saw gut. I saw people fight. I saw people getting ripped apart. It was fantastic. That was the good part.
Who do you think was really kicking the most ass in that
Now
movie?
the rest of the movie was absolute dog shit.
Really?
Who do you think was kicking ass the most in that movie?
Nigga, you peeking, you bastard. I got
Okay.
You peek in the audio.
I think if Sub-Zero wasn't the antagonist, the movie would have been ass.
Nigga, let's see. I'm trying to think. Who kicked the most ass?
Sub-Zero fucked everybody up, but still did not fuck everybody up at the same time.
I'm sorry, but what's old boy's name? Hat dude. What's the dude's name?
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao. When he chopped that harpy in half with his hat,
A herpy?
the
harpy.
Harpy. My fault. I said herpy.
The gang was like, what?
Yo,
They
when
fought STDs?
Yo, man, when he sliced that STD in half, nah, bro, that harpy, bro, he sliced that chick in half, and you see her brain and her guts, and you just see the whole anatomy split in half.
I was like, this is what I wanted in
I
Mortal
said,
Kombat.
and I was like, this is fantastic. And in the next shot, this nigga says, flawless victory. And I swear to God,
That's tough.
I
think
looked
that's
at my
tough.
father because my father's Petros and my father were with me, and I look at my father and I'm like, that was a thing from the video game.
Wait, so you didn't like that reference, or you
No,
thought
it was the worst.
Really?
No, that shit was so ass.
It was
like,
bro. It was
even-
so corny.
Yeah, that one was.
Because here's the thing. There was one of those things that I was okay with. I didn't love it, but I was like, okay. Because there's one thing where Kano is fighting Reptile.
Okay.
Right? They're in some stupid bunker thing, and Kano is fighting Reptile. And he puts his hand through his chest and rips out his heart. And then Kano looks at the people and he goes, "Kano wins." And I was fine with that.
Why?
Yeah.
Nigga, you punch somebody through the chest and grab their heart, you can say you won.
Yeah, but
You
here's
say that shit.
Here's the thing. That one, I was like, okay, that was a little bit corny, but like, I guess I'm fine with it.
Okay.
But then they kept doing it.
Yeah.
They kept referencing
They
shit
kept
and-
doing. They kept doing it. Where what was it? It was Kung Lao. It was Kung Lao. He does his finishing move. No, it wasn't Kung Lao. It was what's old boy's name?
Which one? Liu Kang?
Liu Kang. It was Liu Kang, and he does his finishing move, and in the background you hear Fatality.
Wait, just like a voiceover?
Just a random ass voice. You hear Fatality. What's his name now? I always forget
Liu
their name.
Kang?
Liu Kang. They were like, Fatality. Liu Kang. I said, nigga. I was like, you got me all the way messed up. They kept doing it. It was so and also, the Arcana. Okay, so they had.
Oh yeah, that storyline was stupid with the
Stupid
Arcana.
as hell. They have this thing where it's
As long as you have the mark of the Mortal Kombat and you
get active, you get powers essentially, and so
Yeah.
your powers enhance whatever, I don't know, some type of characteristic about you.
Weird.
It was so stupid because here's the thing, right? You know how in the games Jax gets his arms because of robotics and science and like all that cool stuff, and like it's like a whole whole organization. This nigga gets his power. He gets his robotic arms from magic.
from Arcana. He's lifting up this boulder with his little pussy ass sticks of hands because Sub-Zero done destroyed this nigga.
Yeah, Sub-Zero
Now he has
rips off his hands.
Poor excuse of a prototype of being the Iron Giant, and he can't lift this fucking boulder off of Sonya.
Okay.
And automatically his Arcana activates, and you fucking see this alien technology just form around him, and he lifts the shit up.
It was the dumbest thing. The dumbest thing. And also, and it was the same thing for Kano. Kano has the robotic. They didn't. No, this nigga just got the eye from.
He was just getting angry.
He got the eye from magic. It was so stupid. You could have just made it futuristic. Just make it so like these niggas are soldiers that have access to robotics.
I don't think I'm seeing this movie, boys.
Bro,
I
imagine
think I'm gonna YouTube the fight scenes.
Just YouTube the fight scenes.
Just YouTube
the fight scenes.
the
are
storyline is
fantastic.
ass.
Okay.
Fight scenes are great.
They had in the trailer, dude fucking slashes him, and then the blood turns
The eyes.
frozen, and
Yeah.
then stabs him.
Yeah. Oh, that shit is amazing.
That should have been. That was glorious.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And here's my biggest issue.
Right.
Is this fucking dude Cole?
Cole. So useless. You know how useless you have to be for your superpower to be that you could just take an ass whooping?
No, this nigga got Wakandan armor. This nigga, his Arcana was the Black Panther suit.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
He absorbs kinetic
He
energy.
could absorb the kinetic energy and then was able to redistribute it.
Yep.
He literally got the Wakandan suit.
This sounds terrible.
It was the worst. Because
sounds
here's the thing, he doesn't exist in the games.
Yeah, he's the only character.
See, my whole
that they
thing is
implement.
like, I was really curious, like, how do you make a fucking full-featured movie out of a fighting game? You think what I'm saying?
But here's the
not
thing.
gonna lie, not that difficult. Mortal Kombat does have a whole lot of material.
And they have, because that's the thing, they have lore. It's not like Smash Brothers where they just don't have a story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
But even
they should have
Smash
a-
Brothers' story was interesting.
Yeah.
With the master hand and all that, you know what I'm saying?
That was just a big ass glove.
Yeah.
And then another
it,
one.
It was just a Mickey Mouse glove.
And you
then,
sat there probably played the whole game twice too.
Yes, sir.
Against
do
that
it to this
little
day.
ass glove.
To this goddamn day.
You damn Skippy. You damn
We just played on my birthday. Shit was the shit. Like,
you damn Skippy, I did. I sat there the whole time playing as Sonic.
but like, I don't know. That's just crazy to me. I'm a little blown away by that shit. What else were we going to talk about aside from Mortal Kombat?
We were also going to talk about Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh god.
That's right, you haven't.
No,
he
I
watched
saw
that.
the whole.
Oh, it was
thing.
the other one, Invincible. He hasn't seen
he
it.
hasn't
That's
seen
what
it.
it was. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we don't gotta talk about Invincible, but since it was the finale of Falcon Winter Soldier, we can talk about that. So, just to round up this Mortal Kombat movie, fighting scene good, movie ass.
I give it C+. No, C-.
I give it ass.
You're gonna give it an ass?
I'm gonna give it an ass and then kick it in it.
That's an old AVGN joke. Do you guys ever watch Angry Video Game Nerd? Where he's like, on a scale of 1 to ass, it's very ass.
Bro,
This game is very ass.
Bro, oh my god, you're just jacking me
I'm with
into
the
you're jacking me into the Matrix again, bro. I legitimately
Yeah, he has children.
Bro, I forgot about him until you just said that. That was
He
crazy.
had a movie and shit. Like,
He did.
and it wasn't very good.
I'm
I mean, it was
sure.
okay. It was what it was, but it
Right.
wasn't very good.
Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, so let's get into Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or Captain America in the Winter Soldier.
I still have the same.
Falcon
gripe I
and
had.
Winter Soldier and the Baron and Sharon.
the Baron and Sharon.
Baron and Sharon.
The Baron. It's bro. Did anyone else not care about Sharon? I didn't care about Sharon at all.
No,
forgot she was
this
in it
made
till
me
every time
actually.
they showed
This
her.
made me actually give a fuck about Sharon.
I didn't.
I felt the same way I always felt.
Yeah, you don't like her that much?
No, it's not that I didn't like her. It's not that I do like her. She's there.
It's just what it is.
You're
like me with Captain Marvel. I can't.
Oh,
with that
no,
shit.
No, I hated that
See,
movie.
I'm worse with Captain Marvel.
That movie
Okay,
was
yeah.
trash.
I was trying to be nice. I'm worse.
Like that movie. What the fuck?
That movie was
But
trash.
we could let's.
She's
go
fine.
over
She
some
just
garbage.
needs a better writer.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I've been saying, and people have been coming after me for that.
Because she's a woman, so you can't say that a woman is bad at something nowadays.
No, people be coming after me as in like, oh, bro. The opposite of people come after me like, bro, she's a bad actress. I was like, no.
Oh yeah, because people don't like Brie Larson, and
Yeah.
I'm like, she's fine.
Yeah.
They don't write her good.
No, it's like she's a fine actress. You might just not like her personal politics, which I don't care
That's
about.
it. I just don't like her personally.
I don't know.
I don't care about.
I don't know her personal politics. I don't give a
I-
fuck about Brie Larson. No.
Yeah, I don't. Listen, I probably will never meet this woman a day in my life,
Yeah.
and if I do,
If you want to set your whole personality on celebrities' fucking political views, then congratulations, you have nothing going on.
but let's get back on
To the show,
To the show.
yeah.
The better product than Captain Marvel.
I'm gonna tell you the main issue I had with that entire show
Yeah.
was how the Winter Soldier kept getting bitched. Why is this nigga losing against some new super soldiers? He's been a super soldier
For 70
like,
years.
Yeah. Why is he getting bitched? I was so pissed off with
Yeah.
that. This nigga was getting his ass whooped by these newbies. Okay? How? I was literally watching the show like, this don't make no fucking sense. This nigga was whooping Captain America's ass. You saying Steve is a fucking bitch? Disrespect that.
I'm telling
that
y'all
nice
right
white
now,
man like that.
If
Only
there
white
was,
man I like.
if there was an award,
Your father? You don't
white
like your
man I like.
father?
My
That's
father
crazy.
is not a white man. My father's a human being.
Your father is a white human
that
being.
was deep. But
He's old.
if there was an award at like the Emmys or the Oscars or something for the most satisfying scene in like of any movie or TV show that happened all year.
Wait, is
When
it?
it-
Wait, is it the Isaiah that part?
No.
Oh, okay.
Although that's a really big one.
Okay, never mind.
When they was whipping
scene, too.
when they was whipping US agent's ass and used him as a baseball bat against the shield, that was the most satisfying thing I think to happen in all of media for the rest of 2021. That was the most
You talking about with the Wakandans?
that was a good one too.
that was good, too.
That one I
when
like
they,
more.
That was
when the
great.
two of them finally decided
we taking
we're
the
taking
shield.
the fucking
We're
shield
taking
from
the
you.
shield.
And Bucky picked his ass up like a bat and swung him, and Sam had the shield and dong and just fucking hit him. That was the most sad. They've been building this dude up as the most hated man in America.
Yup.
And that scene was just like, all right, we're good now.
Yeah.
Like
I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed it more when the Wakandans.
When the Wakandans whooped his ass.
when
Yeah,
they
that was a
whooped-
good
when
one.
she kicked him and he flew against a stick and then slammed down, I said, you a bad one.
And Bucky was like, you looking tough, man.
Yeah, he's like, you're doing a good job, John. Go ahead.
Good job, John.
I was like, please don't stop this. And then Sam was like, we gotta make him stop. I was like,
We gotta
Sam,
do something. And he's
I
like,
was like, Sam, now's the time to shut the fuck
I
up.
was like, Sam, I
Acting
said,
like a bitch.
you a disgrace, right? You've already, you're really disgracing black people throughout this whole show until the end.
Until the end.
that's okay. So I actually have a differing opinion of that because I have heard a lot of that where people are like, oh, Sam wasn't.
I don't actually think that. That was just a good joke.
But no, it was a great joke. It's all good. He does the same thing. It's all good. Cool. We have this thing where we don't want to be known as a monolith because I've seen a lot of that argument. We don't want to be known as a monolith, but then as black people, what we sometimes do is put ourselves in a monolith, and that was confusing to me. Where I was listening to reviews or whatever, and this guy was like, "Well, he doesn't." Essentially, he was like, "He doesn't feel the way I feel about black people, so therefore he's wrong."
What the fuck?
I'm oversimplifying.
Oh, okay.
Oversimplifying by a lot.
That's an oversimplification.
But that was that's what the general sense I got from a lot of different people was since he doesn't feel the way I feel about the black standing in America, he's wrong, and I disagree with that.
Yeah.
I was like, because here's the thing, on my personal thing, I was more on the side of Isaiah Bradley, where he was like, they would never let. I was like, yeah, I was like, they will shoot
because
him
it's the
dead.
truth. You know, but the thing is, too, to your point, is this fucking this show is not indicative, in my opinion at least, this show is not indicative of how shit would actually go down in the real world. First of all, in the real world, if the Avengers were real fucking people and Captain America was gone and they made some new random white motherfucker Captain America, nobody would like John Walker in real life. They had the scenes of him running out on the football field and niggas is clapping and cheering. That's not some shit that would really happen.
Give a nigga a high five. Hey, high five there, black dude. Yeah.
Nah, fuck that shit. Nobody would be. If anything, they'd
His
be
wife
booing
was
him.
black.
Yeah. In the real world, that's not how the shit would go down.
Yeah.
So in the same vein, that's like, to your point, I don't think that shit would go down exactly the same either. Whereas Sam is looked at, and his views in the show are looked at like he's just trying to be careful. I feel like Isaiah Bradley's point would be way more prominent in real life than it is in the Marvel universe.
Right.
Because like what he said about a black man not being able to be Cap, they could do that because that's a fictional universe.
Yeah.
They can do this.
Yeah.
Fucking if this shit happened the way it happened in real life, like with us and everything like that, they'd be calling him Captain Nigger tomorrow. And I mean that, like, not even as a joke. I mean, white people would be coming out saying, nah, we have Captain Nigger now.
That's a fact.
That's what they would be saying.
Fucking
They'd be fucking... Captain Nigger would be trending on
Trending on
Twitter
Twitter.
in a second if that shit happened. Because that's how they do shit.
Yeah.
So, like, this wasn't really... You got to look at it like that. Like, they want to bring real-world politics into these shows, but, like, you kind of can't... It's hard to do.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can't adopt those politics.
No, you can't, but you can play around with it, which I did appreciate. Because here's the thing: people also were getting after the showrunner because I think he's mixed. I think he's half white, half black.
Right.
And so people are coming after like, oh, see, this is what you get when you let a mixed showrunner go. I was like, God, I was like, damn. I was like, my man can't exist.
Damn, bro.
I was like, my nigga can't exist.
His parents can't love each other?
Like, damn, y'all. Because in my opinion, I'm not mixed at all, right? I mean, I kind of am because apparently I'm part Portuguese. Crazy, never seen that before.
That's cool.
But apparently I am. But I'm 86% black or something, whatever the statistics said. Right. But in my opinion, if there was somebody who was going to talk about the duality of America, would it not be a half black, half white guy?
You would want it to be somebody who has both worlds in their own family.
I'm just saying. Wouldn't it not be the dude who is too white for the black kids, too black for the white kids?
Also, you gotta take into consideration with stuff like this. We're at a point where you really can't take fans too seriously anymore. Like these motherfuckers, like with the whole, we talked about this on the last episode of our show.
That's true.
The death threats towards like Wyatt Russell and everything.
That's true.
Because he's an amazing actor who's playing a terrible character that you're supposed to
They're
hate.
giving him death threats for acting in a fucking
Yeah, that was
movie?
in the news, bro. They wrote him. He was getting death threats and shit written to him because of the role he was playing.
Yo, these are a lot of pussy ass niggas.
They have mental problems. That's what we came up to. Is honestly, if you're the type of person to see somebody play somebody in a movie or a show, and you think that person is indicative to them as a real human being, it's like you have mental problems.
Yeah, you're the issue.
Why would you ever write a death threat to a person in a role? Like, who thinks like that?
For me, it's you really gonna go through all that time and go, I want to kill a nigga I saw on screen, but not a politician who's raping kids.
I said, bro, absolutely.
Them niggas need a bullet in the brain.
Exactly.
But a fucking actor who you entertained by, who you spend money to look at. I said
this. I said this shit in our last episode. Like, how do people hold that energy? Also, it's like, how do you're
That's
angry,
low dick energy.
so you gotta leave your television, go up to your computer, open your computer, put in your password to unlock your computer, find out Wyatt Russell's email. Type it into...
Yeah, because he doesn't even have social media.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have social media.
Compose a new email. Write the shit. And not once in that whole cycle did you think, this is the stupidest fucking thing I could ever do. Yeah. How do you keep that energy?
That's some low dick energy.
That's fucking mental health problems.
That's a fact. That is micro penis energy right
that's
there.
That's micro penis energy.
That is micro penis energy.
That's tiny pee-pee shit right
there. That's some teeny tiny pee-pee shit right there.
Nah,
but I will say this. I loved the Isaiah stuff. Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah.
Stuff. Loved it.
That shit was
throughout the whole. Loved it. I was like, that is like if I've ever seen a black grandfather in anything, there it was.
That's it.
I was like, I was like, I was like, I have uncles that act exactly like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is a grandfather right there. Mm-hmm. And it
Exactly.
is fantastic. It was, and he was in what's the dude's name? I had something, the actor for Isaiah Bradley. I'm so sorry for forgetting.
Fuck, I forgot his name. Yeah.
But something like something that his last name begins with L, but I forgot. Anyway, my man killed it.
Yeah.
When he sees his statue, and then he hugs Sam, and you see his hand shaking, bro.
Yeah.
Dog,
Bro, that was like...
bro.
it
I
pushed
was
you.
like,
Falcon and Winter Soldier made you feel uncomfortable at times. Remember when they first visited Isaiah Bradley,
Yeah.
and then they leave, and the cops pull up to
Yeah.
Bucky, and they're like, yo, is this guy bothering you?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is that shit if not the absolute truth?
yeah,
Like, are you serious right
yeah,
now?
yeah, and that was, and for me, that was great.
An Avenger!
Yeah,
And you still just a black man bothering people on the street.
yeah.
Fuck,
for me,
man.
that was.
I remember that. And they're like, you don't know who this is? He was like,
You know who the fuck this is? Yeah, like, that's Falcon, my guy. Like, really?
Yeah, and that for me, that was great. I will say this, yo. I'm not gonna lie, it's because as much as I feel that Falcon's, because people were feeling like he wasn't, like they felt like he dismissed Isaiah's experience, which I didn't feel like at all.
nah, I don't
No.
think he did that at all.
I didn't feel like that at all. I felt like it was just that you don't have to agree with somebody to hear them. Like, just because you went through something, I didn't go through the same thing. My life isn't your life.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have to run it just because the way you want me to run it because you said it.
And that's the whole plot with like Carly and the Flag Smashers and shit, where he's literally fucking trying to talk her off the ledge.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, like, listen, I know you think that I don't get where the fuck you're coming from right now, but like, I do. You need to understand that hurting more people is not gonna help your fucking cause. Like, they were both a part of a situation where systematically they were kind of fucked over a little bit, but in the same sense.
And that was shown. And that was
Yeah.
shown. That was shown, especially when he went to get the loan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, so for people that have so short memories, it's hilarious. But like, for me, even with all that, I'm not gonna lie. His speech at the end was kind of weak. I'm not. His speech at the end was a little bit weak.
It was. I watched that. I was like, I could do better.
They had to keep. Well, that's Marvel too, because they couldn't go heavy in that.
Now
shit.
hold on before you go.
You tell me I couldn't?
Every goddamn time this
tell me I
nigga.
couldn't?
Every goddamn time this nigga make it about him.
I could have definitely done
I
better
could have
than
done better. Nigga, you don't got wings. Shut up.
that. Yeah, I do.
Shut up. You ain't got no nigga. Those sticks you call arms are wings.
Hey, man. They're still wings. It don't matter if they're small. They're still wings.
Nigga, chicken wings don't fly, nigga.
Wings do not fly, bro.
Anyway, but like no, but
That's funny.
it was weak as hell to me.
That's Marvel too, because that's with that Disney shit. They gotta keep it easy. They're like, alright, you could talk about shit, but don't be talking about reparations or nothing. Like, Disney had to take that speech.
We still ran by white people. You can't go too far.
Disney had to take that speech and edit the fuck out of that shit, because Walt would be turning in his goddamn grave right now.
His headless grave.
Nazi ass bitch out here.
His
Him
headless.
and Dr. Seuss sitting around fucking. What are these niggas doing on my
Bro,
platform?
I don't know why people come after. Here's the thing. I don't want people coming
What
after.
are these niggas doing on my platform?
I don't know why people coming after Dr. Seuss like that. Honest, if you.
I heard about that. I was like, what the?
You didn't
what?
see the artwork and the shit he did.
No, I didn't. No, I did. But
did.
then but you gotta give in context. You gotta see the other artwork and shit he's done. Listen, he was a white man in the 40s. I don't expect a lot. I'm sorry, but the shit that he was putting in like the newspaper shorts were kind of ahead of his time.
But it also, you gotta understand, it also doesn't merit justification, because it's like how Justin Trudeau and like a lot of other politicians are being caught because back in the day they went to costume parties and did blackface.
That's different.
Because
I think it's
because it's back in the day doesn't mean it's justification.
No. That's different for the fact that at the time that Justin Trudeau did that shit, it was you knew not to do that shit. You knew not to do that shit. And I'm not giving justification in the sense of, oh, it wasn't bad because it was back then. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying you gonna cancel the whole dude, even though he did he did speak against racial injustice. He did speak against racial inequality. He did do all that, but people threw all that. My thing is, if you're gonna put this side, then you got to put equally on each side.
Show every side.
If you're gonna show the bad shit, you're gonna show the good shit too.
Okay.
I'm not out here being like, yo, Hitler was right, nigga. No, I'm talking about Dr. Seuss, nigga. I'm talking about Dr. Seuss. Like, this nigga, one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, nigga. Are you serious? Green eggs and ham, nigga. For real? Like, yeah, they have problematic shit, 100%. Do you want to take that shit out so younger generation don't see that shit? Okay, go ahead, do that shit. But if you're gonna be like, hey, yo, bro, everything that he did was racially motivated, then you're lying.
Not to take off
Not
Columbus
everything.
Day. Fucking get rid of Columbus Day.
That's a fact.
Bro,
That's
all
a
you
fact.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a fact.
The Constitution was written, all men are created equal, and then they turn around and they're like, nigga, get me my coffee.
They're like, except you fucking 2/3, bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's the
like,
thing. You're not a man if you're considered property.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That got a little bit too. My fault, yo. My fault, yo. Yo, back to hey, yo, bro. Did you see? When U.S. soldier, when U.S. agent got that fucking new uniform, bro? That was cold, bro. It's all black now, right? We don't gotta get too deep on this. we can keep going, right? I'm sorry about that. Yo, I didn't mean to get too deep on that. My apologies.
Well, you were speaking facts. First of all, you weren't wrong. It's like that's how people need to see it who have that opinion that we have.
Yo, this is the Black Lives Matter podcast. Let's go.
I didn't even want this to be mine. I wanted to talk about butts and shit. I didn't.
We can always. Well, luckily you're always welcome back, so you can talk about butts whenever you come back. you can talk about butts whenever you come back.
Big butts that I cannot lie.
Yo, we got anything else we need to talk about? Anything else that's happening?
One thing that I found very entertaining.
We're about to have a crazy conversation after these mics are off. I'll tell you that shit
That's
right
a
now.
factual.
Yo.
We gotta get food too.
In Falcon and Winter Soldier, bro, do you remember when that nigga was getting his ass whooped? He was like, they weren't even super soldiers.
Yes.
I'm dead. I started laughing, bro.
But you needed that scene to know like why he took the serum.
Yep.
That's
because he was
that.
like, I've gotten my ass whooped by people who are stronger than me and people who are just as regular as I am.
That's wild.
I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
And he represents America.
Well,
I mean, he was Captain America. So
can I
They
have
chose a bitch.
Can I have one last question before we close out?
Please, go
'Cause
ahead.
I feel like why are you guys, and you may have answered this on another podcast or whatever, but maybe I didn't read that one, but why are you guys called the Gunches?
Oh, you want to explain this one?
Because I love that word so much. Like,
That was. Here's the thing. Okay, so I mean, do you want to explain? Or do you want me to explain?
I'll explain it.
Okay, you go ahead. Explain.
So here's the funny
I want to see
part,
if you get it right. I want to see if you get it right. Because he always misremembers this shit. I want to see if he gets it right.
It's not that I misremember it. It's I remember what I was thinking, but I also remember what happened. So I always articulate it as what happened in my mind.
okay.
So we're
This
driving.
nigga living in two realities. This nigga said what I'm thinking and what happened.
And instead of me saying a bunch of guys, I said a gunch of guys. Right? Here's where it gets even funnier. In my head, I wasn't thinking of that word. I was thinking of like a follow-up to a joke, and all I was thinking of was gooch. And that's how I got gunch.
What's happening?
So he was like, I like that. You're stupid, but I like that.
Nigga, as soon as he said gunch, I started crying immediately.
gunch of-
Nick, as soon as he said gunch, nigga, as soon as he said gunch, it came a gunch. I said, like I started crying. I was like, nigga, gunch? What the hell is a gunch? And we started talking about it for like at least 10 minutes. And so we were like, yo, gunch sound like a curse word, but it's not.
Yeah.
And so we were like, yo.
It does.
Right? So we were like, yo, we can make this sound like anything we want. Especially if we want to replace shit. Like we could be like, yo, you a motherfucking gunch right there. You being a gunch right now.
And I thought this was some stupid shit that y'all made up, like some like.
It still is some stupid shit. But it's
No,
not.
but I mean, this came from a mistake you made. I didn't think that. I thought y'all was just like,
Oh, nah.
I'm gonna call you a gunch, yo.
It's
You
just
a
like how I
dumbass
got
gunch,
here.
my nigga.
It's just how me and Reese got here. We were accidents. Just like you.
I wasn't. Wait a minute.
Ain't nobody.
Wait a minute. I was playing, nigga.
Nobody's like this exact nut right here. This
No,
one
but-
don't swallow.
no.
This one right here.
No,
is
you're
gonna
right,
be my son.
100%. They weren't like that, but they were trying. They were trying for me. Listen, just because you happened on a drunk night,
we were like,
bro,
I didn't happen on a drunk night.
No, bro, I did the math. I was on
I know
purpose.
about my siblings.
I did, bro.
but
I
wasn't no accident.
Why
Bro.
do y'all know the details of your conceiving?
I don't. I know.
Bro,
it was an accident.
bro,
That's all
I was
know.
listen. I did the math, bro. I was anniversary sex. I knew exactly. I was.
I think I might have been after a concert, actually, to be quite honest with y'all.
Hey, that explains your personality so much.
It was a Prince concert. It wasn't like
That
90s.
explains so much.
That explains everything.
Yo, Jordan, I don't think you understand. That explains more the more you went into detail.
Literally.
My parents met at a Prince concert.
This explains everything.
That's all facts.
Yo, bro. No wonder your parents are still together because Prince brought them together.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
goodness.
know love.
Oh my goodness.
Purple Rain.
Purple rain.
Purple Rain.
I didn't mean you any trouble. I didn't mean you any pain.
Yo, they're hype about that new Prince album coming out.
Oh yeah, that new Prince album
There's a new
coming
one
out.
When
yeah.
is it coming out?
I don't know.
J. Cole's album's coming out
This
2
month
weeks.
or next month.
Oh, in
J.
2
Cole's
weeks.
album coming out 2 weeks.
Oh, so that means 2 months. I bet.
No.
I bet. All right, so I got the quote of the week. I got the quote of the week ready. And this one, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit. For me, it's more inspirational
It's lit.
than it is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, people are doing the least, which be hurting the most. Yo. Shout out to whoever said that. Yo,
That
you
was
a
a
smart.
pussy-ass quote.
You a smart
Nah,
motherfucker.
bro, that
yo.
touched me.
That's deep, bro.
Nah, man.
Yo,
That
thank you.
touched-
That's
Yeah.
what she said.
That touched me.
That's what she said.
Yo, thank you guys for coming to the Gunches Podcast for this week. Jordan, shout out your social media.
Alright, bro, so check it. Alright, so boom, check it. Alright, so check it. Alright. On Instagram, I'm Jordan Se7en. That's SE7EN. My photography page, I just opened that shit. Please show me love.
Yeah, follow him on that.
It's shot by 7. That's spelled the same way. SE7EN. And you can catch us every week on the Party Up Podcast. Follow all those socials as well. It's just the Party Up Podcast.
You gotta let us on that.
Yeah, we gotta get you guys on
gotta
and
get
shit.
us on that one.
It's gonna be a good ass episode. It'll be a fucking fire ass episode. It'll be loud. I'll tell you that. It's
It will
just,
be loud
it's gonna
shit.
be nothing but Spanish and black people. So I'll tell you
Let's
that.
go.
It's gonna be
Yo,
lit.
yo, I'm not gonna lie, that's my favorite mixture.
That's my favorite.
So shouts out
Bring some
to
coquito.
Oh, yes, sir. That's why I got with my girlfriend. I like the mixture of Spanish and black.
shouts out to Derek and John on the show. I told them I shout them out.
Moreno.
And yeah, that's my shit, y'all. Thanks for having me on. I think it's crazy that it took this long for us to fucking get together on this shit too.
You know what? That is a fact. But you know you welcome back. Yo, you could just show up randomly while we recorded it. We will let you in.
Could I just please like?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, that's a fact.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm dead ass right now. If you just be like,
Can I just-
I'll be like, who the hell is that? Gangrene open the door. We're like, Jordan?
Can I just affixer myself here and just like have it?
Yeah,
like
sure.
you record in my hometown, 20 minutes away from where I record my show. Like,
Yeah, bro. I mean, you usually shoot on Wednesdays, though. I know you're busy usually, though. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll
yeah,
figure it out.
absolutely, yeah.
We'll figure it out. Well, you never know what can happen in the future. Anyway, Petros, you want to shout out your social media?
Life for Petros.
Yes, sir. Only on Instagram. This nigga got nothing else.
I have Snap. Don't hit me up on Snap. I will more than likely clown you to my friends who are on this podcast. So please,
Bro,
add me on Snap.
Yo, Yo, this was such a mixed message. And my social media is Reese Zander. There's an underscore between the Reese and Zander for the Instagram. That is REESXANDER. Yo, bro, you know what's crazy?
Stupid ass.
You know what's crazy is I have to carry this podcast on my back, and not only do I have to do that, but also I have to sit here and let this nigga clown me for it.
Remember we fucking went to the gym? They were like, how you spelling it? He's like, REES. And the bitch didn't hear him, so he had to say it again. And I'm just sitting there laughing at him. So every time
No,
this
that
nigga
was-
says
you
his
see-
social media,
no.
I'm like, REES.
No, that's the thing. Was I said it normal? I said REES. She said RES. I said REES. And this nigga started crying. I'm like, yo, it's not that funny. I'm just trying to get in the gym. I'm trying to better my life. Anyway, yo, we appreciate you guys coming in for this podcast. We'll see you next week.
thanks, y'all.